US and Israeli leaders find themselves increasingly embarrassed as Iran moves ahead with a major step toward finalizing a successor to Ayatollah Khamenei. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu's long-standing plan to topple the Iranian government is once again running into resistance. Despite Khamenei's assassination, Iran has remained undeterred, striking at buildings and compounds linked to its leadership council and security apparatus. 1 week into the war, with hundreds of strikes exchanged, the United States and Israel have yet to force Iran to back down, raising questions over whether their massive offensive can truly break the Iran's resolve. Iran is taking a major step toward choosing a successor to Ali Khamenei, who was killed on February 28, moving quickly to stabilize its leadership even as the war rages on. A powerful leadership council has convened to discuss the mechanics of how and when to hold a formal meeting of the Assembly of Experts, the clerical body that will make the final decision, according to reports. Iranian state television has reported on this leadership council meeting, and this coverage has been relayed by outlets such as the Times of Israel, signaling that Tehran wants the world to see the succession process as orderly and legitimate. The Assembly of Experts is an 88-member clerical panel charged under Iran's constitution with appointing, supervising, and if necessary dismissing the supreme leader, making it the most important religious political body in the country. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian, Judiciary Chief Gholam Hossein Mohseniejeh, and senior cleric Alireza Arafi are all key figures in this structure, giving the body immense political and religious weight. Notably, there is still no clear public timeline for when the Assembly of Experts will actually select the new supreme leader, with reports indicating that the process could move quickly but remains deliberately opaque. It is also unknown whether the assembly members will gather physically in one secure location or meet remotely via secure channels to cast their votes, a question complicated further by the ongoing conflict. At the same time, buildings linked to the Assembly of Experts have come under attack during the war, highlighting how the struggle over succession has itself become a target in this wider confrontation. Earlier reports have suggested that Khamenei's son, Mojtaba Khamenei, is the frontrunner in the race to become the next supreme leader, with hardline factions and powerful security elements believed to back his elevation. Mojtaba fails to satisfy the requisite political qualifications alongside traditional religious, scholarly credentials constitutionally. Mojtaba maintains no prior experience holding public political office within Tehran's governance structures historically. Hereditary leadership succession fundamentally contradicts long-standing Sharia jurisprudential and theological norms. Khamenei himself previously rejected dynastic succession publicly through authoritative speeches and declarations. Such precedent reinforces widespread institutional resistance to monarchy-style leadership inheritance patterns. Designating Mojtaba risks provoking significant internal dissent precisely amid prevailing national instability conditions. Mojtaba Khamenei is seen as a deeply secretive figure, and reports say he has not appeared publicly at all since February 28, when the US-Israel war on Iran began and his father was killed. For years, Mojtaba has been described as his father's close aide-de-camp, the gatekeeper to the Supreme Leader's office, and a powerful behind-the-scenes power broker who helps shape key political and security decisions in Tehran. US President Donald Trump has openly criticized the prospect of Mojtaba's ascension, dismissing him as unacceptable and insisting that he himself should have a say in who becomes Iran's next supreme leader. Trump said, quote, "They are wasting their time. Khamenei's son is a lightweight. I have to be involved in the appointment. Khamenei's son is unacceptable to me. We want someone who will bring harmony and peace to Iran." Unquote. As speculations swirl over who will truly control Iran, attention is increasingly shifting to Ali Larijani, widely seen as the de facto leader guiding the Islamic Republic through this crisis. With Khamenei gone, Larijani is reportedly the one now holding the reins of the Islamic Republic, managing political, military, and security responses as the war with the United States and Israel intensifies. In recent days, Ali Larijani is said to have assumed expanded coordinating responsibilities, overseeing everything from internal stability to war strategy as Iran navigates this dangerous transition. Senior officials have told major international media that Khamenei had personally tasked Larijani with one core mission before his death: to ensure the survival of the Islamic Republic no matter how severe the external pressure. During a previous 12-day war with Israel, when Khamenei went into hiding for security reasons, he reportedly used that period to quietly name layers of successors and contingency power holders in case he was assassinated. According to these reports, Larijani tops a secret list of potential emergency power holders who would be empowered to take charge if multiple layers of Iran's leadership were wiped out or incapacitated. At the same time, cleric Alireza Arafi, who sits on the 3-member Interim Leadership Council, is being talked about as another possible successor, adding his name to the small circle of serious contenders.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.